wondered what happens when you take the first step towards your dream? In the second half of our episode, we'll be continuing where we left off with Harshad sir. Last time we discussed the spark of a dream, and this time we'll be diving into the journey that follows. Stay with us as Harshad sir shares his wisdom on how to turn dreams into reality. Let's welcome Harshad sir. Which is kind of true because again, हमारे जब entrepreneur आए थे, he was telling us why do you want, he was asking us कि तुम्हें entrepreneur क्यों बनना है. So I was like कि मेरे को कुछ impact बनाना है दूसरों पे कि like I must have this क्या बोलते हैं motive of why I'm doing this. कुछ तो मुझे keep on going करने लगा. और बाकी सब बोले कि बस पैसा आ जाएगा सर, हम लोग एंटरप्रेन्योर बन जाएंगे. हम लोग ऐसा नहीं होता है. फिर सर उनको समझाया था कि एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना ऐसे ही मनी नहीं आ जाता, तुम्हें कुछ तो करना पड़ता है उसके लिए.
Yes. So Simon Sinek also talks about it, and he tells that start with the why. So if you read these 20 stories, you will understand their whys. Like why did they start working on the social initiatives that they started? Like the model of Gunj is totally based on our ancient times exchange of barter system, where Gunj, takes the local villagers and they create something together. Like suppose if there's a water scarcity in the village, they will dig up ponds and they will take the help of the villagers, and in return they are given medicinal kits or cloth kits, or they are given different ways by which their daily essentials can be met. So rather than giving money, they are giving them
You haven't met them yet?
Yeah, definitely. I would like to meet all the 20 entrepreneurs who are there in the book and see if I can contribute in some way or the other. Because when I saw Teach for India's work and Akanksha Foundation's work, it totally moved me because they are really working at the grassroots levels to bring out change in education space.
So, did I have a dream change your perspective of what it means to be an entrepreneur?
It didn't change my perspective to how to become an entrepreneur, but it added more feathers to my own dream. So I could see my own dream getting conceptualized, getting more grains to it, getting more pixels to it by reading this book. Because I already have been an entrepreneur and I have been working on various initiatives from last now around 15 years, and some of the initiatives are like 1 year, 2 year old, like Project Nomad, through which we document. Yeah, it is quite old, like 3 year old, but Swayambodh Gurukul and Colorbugs are a decade old now. So yeah, now we are at a state where I think that this should be taken up by my students. So that is what I'm looking at. to fulfill their dreams and to help them achieve their dreams rather than my dreams now.
So, do you have any advice for young kids who want to become entrepreneurs and make a change in the community?
I don't have any advice for them because they are very smart, they are very intelligent, they can find their own way. It is just that they must ask for help when they require, because most of the times they are in their own world, and in 21st century specific, to be specific, asking for help doesn't at times look right. I don't know if I'm wrong or
No, people
yeah.
think that it makes them look weak.
Yeah. So I would suggest them that they must follow their dreams, because India is changing very fast, and in the 21st century a lot of things are changing at a very fast rate, because earlier it was only one job for your life. You were
Yeah.
there in that company, but now many people switch jobs in 2 or 3 years, and uh, it will get more erratic in next a decade's time, wherein people would do freelancing a lot.
You're absolutely correct. Because you know Ketika, right?
Huh.
So she came to our school day before yesterday, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was here to help us decide our subjects for boards and what we want to do in the future. And she's like, इतना प्रेशर मत लो, तुम लोग ये जॉब चूज कर लेना, बाद में दूसरी स्विच कर लेना, फर्क नहीं पड़ता, अभी तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो ये दुनिया में.
Yeah. So a lot of things are opening up
हाँ.
in education, and people have started to realize that rather than the degrees, now the skills are more important, which was not the case earlier. Now people look at skills or problem solvers. So any problem you take up, any problem that you are facing right now, and you start working on it honestly, definitely you will have a career in itself, or an entrepreneur in itself.
All right. So, as you already know, we have a tradition in this podcast
Yeah.
where every guest writes a question for the next guest.
Okay.
So, I have a question for you, and it's from Ashi. She's
Yeah.
asking any random thought of your teenage.
So, any random thought of my teenage? Random thought or a dream? So, I always dreamt to be a teacher. That was the thought, yeah, since my teenage.
I see.
Yeah.
It's your turn to write a question for the next guest.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us on Between the Pages again.
Thank you, Anna. And
was
all the
lovely
best
meeting
for your
you.
journey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope you guys liked today's discussion. Until next time, it's me, Anna Lilani, closing the BDP book for this week.